Hello everyone, this is ShardlessAgent here, back with another awesome Fortnite Battle Royale video for you guys today. And as you can see guys, I'm searching solo squads with Phil on, so I do get some teammates. But have I got a delicious gameplay for you right here. So this gameplay happened Saturday, November the 17th in the morning. First game of the day, and Vampire-NiiTYzZ was definitely on form, ready to suck blood. And no, but Halloween has been done, but Vampire-NiiTYzZ is not done yet. But definitely had to feed why nighttime came. And no, I'm kidding. It was a really good gameplay, this one, and really enjoying the game with the fact that redeployable gliders are out now. But yeah, as we just saw, the pickaxe, you can actually hit people with the pickaxe now in the pre-game lobby. Do you know how the game breaking that is? No, I'm kidding, but you can actually do a lot of damage with the pickaxe now, 20 per hit, and it really does catch me off guard in this gameplay. So right here at the beginning, you can see that my teammates want to go. A couple of my teammates want to go Fatal Fields, but thank you, no. Looking at the map, it's too far away, and definitely in this gameplay, my teammates were, you know, some pretty cool guys actually. JaydenLauch and ShardlessAgent. Both were quite responsive to me in the game, and you know, we tried to get sort of teamwork going. I really appreciate them for doing that, so shout outs to them. And this is in dedication to them actually, because both of them eventually get taken out over time, but I go on to win it for them. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it's a really good gameplay, this one. Like I said, a really solid game. I just hope you guys enjoy it, because I'm certainly going to enjoy it. And starting off, can hear the enemy within the house, and I know that this has just been smashed by someone else other than my teammates. And find him in the corner. He's got the pickaxe out with the red Riding Hood cape. Look at this guy trying to be TFU with a default, but I'm not going to have that. He nearly does catch me off guard actually, and you know, for that being clever with the pickaxe, he's definitely got to get the red card for sending off. You know, see you mate. And thanks for giving me the med kit. That's exactly what I need with your abuse with your pickaxe. But yeah, definitely have to be careful with those pickaxes in that close proximity. Actually, it was quite threatening since they buffed it from, you know, 10 damage to 20. But I actually do agree with that sort of update, to be honest, because I think the pickaxe should be a bit more damage. You know, if you think about it, getting pickaxe like right next to someone, that's going to hurt. It should be worth more than 10 damage, I think. So I do sort of approve of that update. And at this point, we lose our first teammate. Obviously, dies at the beginning, which is unfortunate for him. And as you can see, I didn't really get the best stuff at the start. But Serenity doesn't need it, because Serenity nades applies and just gets the clinger right on point onto the Rose team leader there, and that was absolutely beautiful. And what can I say? You know, that's just what I do. And actually knocked the other player as well in the meantime. And yeah, to start off the game with 3 kills. To get that team of 4 with my teammates' help there at the end. Really nice play and revive ShardlessAgent. So that was nice play. Unfortunately for me at the start, I didn't really get the best loot, but Serenity nades right on point with the clinger. I love that one in game. It just stuck him right on. I was like, wow. I mean, you know, I had to start recording from that moment on. I was like, this could be a gameplay, and I'm so glad that I did, because it ended up being a gameplay and a half. But yeah, I was like, that start, man, I've got to keep this going. And at this point here, Vampire-NiiTYzZ, you know, Count Dracula-NiiTYzZ, looking to suck blood, but before she can do that, you know, she's got to make sure she's got enough ammo, enough, you know, to go to war with against the mortals. So, you know, she's got to sort of make sure she's got enough materials and all sorts. And had some fun with my Manjaro Celeries last night as well, with the Vampire, making waves as well in duos. So I might actually bring that out as you know, with a highlight video I've got planned. So just to give you a heads up, Matt, I'll probably do that with a few of our other antics, because this gameplay today was, you know, quite high kill, and I tried to sort of get the high kill ones for the channel. But yeah, some really good stuff with Matt that I've done recently as well. It's a lot of fun, you know, sweaty duos as well. So, but as you can see here, guys, just mining the wood, trying to prepare for the battle that's ahead of me. And yeah, at this point, just trying to claim the better loot, to be honest. Obviously, a white AR, white SMG is not going to be sufficient. So, you know, I've obviously got the blue heavy as well, but kind of want the AR that, you know, can defeat build structures. So at this point here, as I'm just getting for the wood, I'm looking out for shields and, yeah, definitely better weapons, because I'm going to need them. And obviously a shotty as well would help. So yeah, I've got a few things that I want to sort out. You know, after I'm making plays with clingers, you know, I need a bit more. You know, I'm not saying I can not win with those, but you know, got to have a bit more to my arsenal. And right here, find a juicy Scar just laying idle by the nice pool for my estate here at Lazy Links. You know, just chilling, just waiting for yours truly to come up and grab it. And this is an example of the teamwork that I wanted to sort of show you how friendly these guys were to me. Much more of the friendly teammates than you can get with Philon. The guy notices that I'm trying to farm brick to get a shield pot, and look at this kind gesture that you're going to see from him, which I think is JaydenLauch at this point. He actually hands me a shield pot. And then I do the alarm bell to show my appreciation. ShardlessAgent tries to nab it for himself, but JaydenLauch wanted to give it to me. I think maybe not being discredited to ShardlessAgent, but I think he wanted to give it to me because he thought I was a good player. And at this point here, I was just showing my appreciation by giving the groove jam as a sign of my friendship. But that's just so kind of JaydenLauch, and went on to win it for him and ShardlessAgent. But yeah, look at the teamwork right there. It's beautiful. So JaydenLauch, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you for that shield pot, and it did really help me out in this gameplay, and I'm so happy that you gave me that. Thanks, bud. But like I said, I did it for you guys. But so at this point here, I was just looking to continue on the road. Obviously, still in need of a shotty, but Jayden's definitely sorted out one of my problems, which was shields. But definitely moving on with the rest of the game, I want to kind of find a shotty because I'm definitely going to need it, and we'll need some extra bit of loot. So it's fortunate for us that we are in the zone. Obviously, there's more chance of us being able to get a bit more action, or maybe a crate might come near us or something like that, or extra loot might be ahead. We did really well at Lazy Links, so there's going to be no one around here in the sense of looking for like these chests out in the open. And that was my main thought at this point in the game. Like, I've got a better inventory now, but still not, really enough stuff. So at this point here, whilst it's like, a decent amount of players left, I was thinking I'm definitely going to need to get a fight here if we want to win this Royale, because I've got good stuff, but probably just not enough of it to sort of stand a chance of winning at the final third of the game. So definitely looking forward to trying to claim some stuff. So my feeling at this point was I've got to move over to the risky real side, just above sort of Tomorrow Temple area as well, just to have a look around and hope that the stuff hasn't been looted, but unfortunately for me most of it has, but I'm going to discover that in a minute. But moving over to here, and can see that someone has been here because there's a lot of ramps, and forget about the gap in the the bridge there and the full flat, but luckily don't take any damage. And at this point here, just trying to get up high and just trying to find that shotty really. The main thing that's sort of going through my mind at this point was how much I need a shotgun, and at that point there, grappler would have been useful, but obviously one grappler is not worth dropping the heavy for that, so so I didn't want to do that. And again, just mining my woods, trying to get that to decent as much material as we can for the final hurdle. And at this point here, in a pretty good position to the zone, I signalled to my teammates here that that's kind of where I want to go, that's kind of where I'm headed. But at this point here, I'd noticed that there's some battle going on ahead of me, because I can hear it. But at this point as well, I also noticed that my teammate knocks a player, and I see that JaydenLauch unfortunately goes down, and ShardlessAgent's nowhere near him. So I felt a bit sorry for JaydenLauch, because I kind of like independently went off in that direction on my own. Obviously, I'm too late to get back to him. So I did feel a bit sorry for him, because he was sort of on his own there, I think with a team of two, because this last guy that's left, I think he knocked one of them, and this is his mate that's now trying to fight us. And at this point there, he just makes it really easy for me, just showing me his face for a second, and I finished him off for Jayden's sake. But yeah, I feel sorry for Jayden, because I should have been there with him. That was me kind of lapsing off, and but luckily now we do have some loot. And hopefully in JaydenLauch's memory I can win it for him. But yeah, shout out to you, Jayden, for giving me that shield pot. I really appreciate it, man. And like I say, I went on to win it for you, bro. And here's the proof on ShardlessAgent JaydenLauch. But so at this point here, guys, just getting the loot, and gonna need it to definitely stand a good chance of winning at the end. And as you can see, ShardlessAgent is still following around, and I kind of like this at the time of the gameplay because I kind of wasn't intending to be a group leader, but ShardlessAgent was just kind of following me everywhere, which, you know, I thought was kind of sweet because I don't know if ShardlessAgent has not been a player on Fortnite long, but it just seemed to sort of everything that I, you know, was wanting to do, ShardlessAgent was just kind of like following suit with what I was doing. So I was like, okay, well, yeah, you know, good, follow me then. But as you can see, making my way into the zone where I've highlighted, so obviously Shardless and I are going to need to do some work to win this Royale now. Serenity's has got his work cut out. You know, we're probably against teams of 4 and there's quite a lot of players left, but Vampire-NiiTYzZ with this new skin, the new Dusk Winds, you know, the back glider can do anything. So this point here, guys, moving in. Now got to show you as well, green pump, bit default weaponry, but hey, you know, I've got a scar, so that's all that counts. So making my way to move in and just sort of surveying the perimeter as well, looking for anything that I can potentially use to my advantage, looking at vending machines. You never know if there's a heavy shotty option might be available, so I'd always consider it, because, you know, definitely having one of those things will really improve your chances of winning, because they're beastly. But at this point here, I just decide to sort of loot before moving in, doing a sort of, you know, surveying the zone as it's coming in to make sure there's no one behind us, which is always a good strategy in Fortnite Battle Royale, so that you've got a clear flank whilst you push forward, you know, for the final few circles. So that's why I was just taking my time here and not really getting too involved straight away by moving right into the more central position of the zone. Really happy that I found minis here because it's always, you know, I always feel a bit always feel a bit naked if I don't have heals on me in a Fortnite Battle Royale match of some kind. Not that I want to get hit, but, you know, obviously the best option is not to get hit, but in the event that I do get hit, I want to have some sort of recovery item, and that definitely helps to have some sort of heal. So finding minis there was huge. At this moment here, it's just changing over recording to the next, making a wager for the next 10 minutes that ShardlessAgent and Serenity's were going to be victorious, but we'll see what happens here. So making my way in, guys, to the next few circles, and just being careful as I do this, just making a scan of the area right now, and Shardless and I am just choosing a place sort of in a height advantage position where I think would be good for both of us to set up at this point in the game. So after careful consideration, I decide to choose a hill in the distance that's going to be in the zone. Just checking the zone here, as you can see, ShardlessAgent waiting for the decision. So I decide to move in and take one of the hills that's just presiding over the valley as well, that leads to the tunnel to Tomato Temple. So have to make a base here, want to be in a good position for the zone. Just where the zone's going, it's just going to cut out that little bit of hill that we're in. We'd be right on the edge there, so I decided to choose the hill that's next most, got the height, you know, a little bit of height advantage, so I decided to set up here. And at this point here as well, as you can see, Shardless very keen to follow me, and I was trying to sort of signal to him that I want to jump. And he wasn't really doing that, so and then, as you can see, he builds a little he builds a little triangle. I don't want a house, man, I want a base. We don't need to heal at the moment, and at this point here, it's a bit of a, you know, shout out to Shardless. You know, I love the fact that he was trying to come with me everywhere, but it does put me in a bit of bother there, because now I have to start again with another tower, and yeah, that was a little bit frustrating. I was just hoping that he realised I was just going to build a tower to watch, but I decided to leave him in the one that I constructed, and he, you know, leave him to his own devices, and I, you know, keep watching this tower now as well. So yeah, so as you can see here, just by the pylon, the electric pylon there, you can see that the guy's trying to snipe. So I'm just sort of keeping my head here, because obviously we just want to stay alive at this point until the storm comes in. ShardlessAgent at this point, I think, does get hit by a snipe, and then takes a bit of full damage to boot, putting himself to more or less 1 HP. So I'm like, okay, great. That's not really what I had in mind. But you know, so yeah, at this point here, I was just sort of waiting to see what this guy with the sniper was doing, because I did want to shoot him, but he's just a bit far from range. and if I get sniped here, it's kind of like the end of everything. So I was just really trying to be patient. Obviously I'm gonna, help ShardlessAgent as much as I can, but I haven't got much to contend with. So my base not that fortified at the bottom, so I decided to just re-fortify it here a little bit to make it a bit more protected. And this gives us a good opportunity now. I can use my campfire to heal ShardlessAgent, which I don't mind doing, and just giving him some minis as well, so that he can potentially help me out in a fight. Because we've got a lot of players left to deal with, and if they're going to rush, he's going to need a little bit of, he's definitely going to need some help to enable him to help me out. So at this point, I sort of make our base a bit stronger as well, because I feel that we might need it if they rush us, and I'm happy that I decided to do that, because gives us a bit of height advantage on this hill that we're currently on. And the next zone, funny enough, is not too far from where we need to go, so I'm really just trying to buy a lot of time, in sort of, being close to the zone and trying to sort of make other people come to us, and hopefully we can get some we can get some better loot now as well. So I can see some guys coming up the hill, and they're putting shots onto my tower, so I don't really like it from that angle. So I decided to relocate and try and sniff them out as they're coming up. Vampire-NiiTYzZ, wants to draw blood, can feel the warmth of the humans near, and at this point here, put some nice shots onto them with a back gun, and at this point here, just really trying to take my time. Obviously, you can see that they're quite determined, these guys that have come up on the hill, and at this point here, I can hear him coming over, so I get ready to build to get a little bit of height advantage over him. Some really nice shots from me there with a scar, and during this time as well, I've got someone else trying to snipe me further afield as well, which was kind of like, frightening me as well. So after killing that guy and looting him, I decided to sort of make ways to get into a better position to the zone. And at this point here, as you can see, there is a little structure on top of the hill there above the tunnel, which leads to Tomato Temple, which did sort of freak me out at this point. But I thought, I have no choice. I have to get up on this hill. I can't be afraid of the structure that's there. So I think there was a player there as well, actually, but it's a solo player, because I looked back in theatre at all the players that were left, and I think it was a solo player just kind of chilling there, and I don't think he saw us coming up. So Shardless and I managed to escape, which is good fortune for us, because it was getting a little bit scary and competitive back where we were, so trying to sort of come out of it a bit unscathed. And at this point here, just nice play to get, and fantastic luck to see where the next circle is going. It's coming right here, right where we're set up in the zone, so all the players will have to come to us, which I thought was huge at this time of the gameplay, and really fortunate for us. And if we can sort of play it safe, we'll be home free here. So that's what I was intending to do, and I think at this point as well, Shardless tries to get up to sort of survey with me as well, so you'll see him in a minute make his way up. So teamwork, bro, teamwork. So at this point here, not sure what Shardless wanted to, perhaps it would have been better just for him to, that's why I thought Shardless might be a new player, because it would have been better for him just to hide out in his house for a little bit. But unfortunately, the solo player that was in that structure that I saw as I was coming up here decided to take him out and move over towards us crouching. So that's a shame. It's unfortunate for Shardless, but I go on to win it for you, bro, so no worries. ShardlessAgent is here. And what I thought was quite funny is that Shardless actually does stay to watch me win it, so thanks, bro, for your support. And I won it for you, man. But yeah, at this point here, I'm against 3 players, so I honestly thought, considering how quiet it is, that this is a team of 3, so I was getting ready for it. I was like, this is going to be very, very sweaty. And the one thing I did think that might be helpful here is the gas. As you can see, they're starting to surround me now. I did think it was a team of 3, but it's actually a team of 2 players and a solo player. So at this point here, it was just like, the gas was a good strategy to get these guys off me a bit. And at this point here, I'm just trying to make sure that I always keep the height, and just make sure that they can't do anything really clever against me, and that I can try and put as many shots as I can whilst they're exposed. Right here, I tried to get this guy underneath that structure, but his teammate shoots me, luckily for not much damage, only for 7. So then he gives away his position, I finish him off, so that was a nice play, he must have already been weak. And at this point here, just again, keeping the height and making sure that I keep an eye on this guy underneath me. And now that the zone is starting to move in, didn't even see where it was going, but luckily for me I've got the height, and this guy builds some structures as well, which keeps me on a level. What's up, buddy? How's it going? And take him out, and really nice play to get into the zone, and a really stylish way to fall down the hill, and taking both those guys out, the team of 2, and I know that I'm on a one-on-one now to finish this Royale off to get 9 kills. And here the guy right here, perfect reaction from Vampire-NiiTYzZ, and there you go, Vampire-NiiTYzZ does it. The solo squads win Royale, and the red card comes out, the fangs come out, the llama bell comes out. And what a win that was, guys. So I really hope you enjoyed this gameplay. A solid 9 kill Sizzler in solo squads with Philon. Stylish at beginning and ending. Really nice gameplay, and I was really pleased with this when I got it. So really fantastic game. And a shout out to ShardlessAgent and JaydenLauch for making this possible. Their help at points, but yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. It was a solid one from my perspective, and yeah, another really great game for the channel. In a new skin to my channel as well. So yeah, just fantastic, and really hope you enjoyed this. This was Vampire-NiiTYzZ. Have to get some sleep now for the next night of feast, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.